Hi everyone, this is again Jörn from Chessconnect with a troubleshooting video. In this video I'm going to show you the most common problems for connection problems if you have trouble setting up your board, probably for the first time, and the most common causes for moves not being detected or not being transmitted. And I show you where you can find further help for topics that are not covered in this video. And I show you how to generate a console log and send me a console log, because that's what I will be asking from you if you have a really difficult problem where you need my individual help. So have fun with this video. So, right, let's dive into connection problems. And we'll start with Bluetooth. And there you should know there are actually two kinds of Bluetooth out there. And this is the so-called Bluetooth Classic, which is used by the DGT electronic chessboards, and Bluetooth Low Energy, which is a newer standard, which is used by almost all of the other boards. So if you have a board that uses Bluetooth LE, you should check that your hardware, i.e. your notebook, computer, tablet, whatever, does in fact support Bluetooth LE. Newer devices, they do, but older devices might not. So make sure if you have a Bluetooth LE chessboard that your hardware supports this too. If it doesn't, you can get a cheap adapter for Bluetooth LE at Amazon or any other electronic provider for €5 or so. It's really not that expensive, but you need to be aware that you need to have Bluetooth LE capabilities for a Bluetooth LE chessboard. Should you encounter any problems with your combination of chessboard and operating system, it's always a good idea to check this compatibility chart for my webpage. It's at chessconnect.de, and there you can see whether your particular combination of chessboard and operating system supports Bluetooth and or USB. So please go there first if you encounter any problems and see if your combination is supported. Bluetooth LE. You have a chessboard with Bluetooth Low Energy and you want to connect it to Chessconnect. You should be aware that Bluetooth Low Energy API in Chrome is still considered experimental. Actually, I myself find it pretty usable today, but officially it's still experimental, so some things might not work on all platforms. Usually they do, but you might expect problems. And there are a couple of flags in Chrome you might need to send. Usually you don't, but if you encounter problems with Bluetooth LE, you should try setting these flags. I will not cover this in this video. I have it in great detail on my webpage, which is on chessconnect.de. There you will find the flags and how to set them. And then you should know that for Bluetooth Low Energy, you don't need any drivers to connect your board. You just turn it on and make sure it's in pairing mode. Most of the chessboards are permanently in pairing mode, so you're fine. But some of them, like for instance the chestnut boards, they turn the pairing mode off after, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. I think it's for power saving issues. So if it doesn't connect, please check that your chessboard is actually in pairing mode and then try again to pair. And now let's see how the pairing is actually done. So when you want to connect a Bluetooth LE chessboard to Chessconnect, firstly you have to select the correct chessboard in your Chessconnect options. So here we have a Chestnut Air and we want to connect via Bluetooth. Okay, so then I click on the connect button and the pairing dialog appears. Now I have to make sure that my chessboard is actually in pairing mode. For the Chestnut Air, this means that the blue LED should be blinking, and it might take a while for the board to actually show up in the pairing dialog. Especially for Millennium boards, this can take quite a while, up to a minute or so. And once your board appears here, you click on it and you select pair. And maybe you've seen it just below the connect button. There was a progress counter, step 104, 204, 304, 404, and then it went to connected. If it says connected, you're good, you're done. If not, you have a problem and you should go to the troubleshooting section later on in this video. Now, if you want to connect a chessboard via USB to Chessconnect, that's quite similar to the Bluetooth scenario. Firstly, you go to the options, make sure you have the right board. I have the Troubleshooting board here now, and I want to connect via USB in this case. And then again, you go to the connect button and a slightly different pairing dialog opens. And usually there's quite a lot of options here, quite a lot of ports which you could connect to, and you're not quite sure which one. The easiest way to find out which one is you pull the plug from your chessboard like I do now, and then one of these disappears. And if I put the plug back in, it reappears. And now I know that this is my chessboard and I can connect. And again, it runs through all the steps quite quickly. In the USB case, this is a little bit faster. And the button turns green, I'm connected, and I'm good to go. One thing you should be aware of once you are connected is whenever the address in the address bar, when the URL changes, the Chessconnect will lose the connection to the board. This can't be helped. This is a technical issue within Chrome. This is intended by Chrome, and there's no way for me to program around this. So I'm on the analysis page here, and if I change to playing a bot, the URL changes and the connection is lost temporarily. Chessconnect will try to reconnect automatically, and in most cases this will succeed pretty quickly, but sometimes it does not work. And if this happens to you, then you have to reconnect manually by pressing on the connect button, or in this case it's the connected button, but it's still the same button, and reconnect manually. But as I said, in most cases this works quickly and automatically. How about Bluetooth Classic? Bluetooth Classic is basically a USB connection over Bluetooth. And I think it's only used by DGTE boards, and unfortunately I do not have such a board, so I can't show it to you. But what you have to do is you have to install the DGT driver, or whatever board it is, but I think it's only DGT. And this binds your Bluetooth connection to a virtual COM port. And you have to make very certain that you know the number of this COM port, like COM port 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever. And then it's basically the same as making a USB connection. But you still have to select Bluetooth in the Chessconnect Connect options. But the pairing dialog looks very much like the one for the USB connection. So you have your chessboard connected, everything's working fine, you have started your first games, and out of a sudden a move you do is not being transmitted, like here. And you see the LEDs have lit up, so you know Chessconnect did notice this move, but it's not being transmitted. So what can you do? First thing you should do is take the move back and really make sure that the positions match on the board. If that's the case, try again. Doesn't work. So whenever you put make sure that the positions match on the physical board and on the screen, Chessconnect does something like a soft reset. So it's always a good idea to make these positions match when you're on problem, and try again. Still doesn't work, you can do a harder reset by simply reloading the page. That basically reloads Chessconnect entirely, sets up the game from scratch, and I still have the same problem. So what could be wrong? One thing that happens to me quite a lot, probably not to you, but to me, I'm a bad chess player, is I make an illegal move. Either I try to castle full check, or my king is in check and I didn't notice, and I make another move. So please double check that your move is in fact legal. Well, this one is, still doesn't work. But what's wrong? You might have noticed at the beginning of this scene, I moved this rook over here. So this rook is actually misplaced. It's not on the sensor underneath this field and it's covering the LED. So I didn't notice that this rook is misplaced. So I put it in the center, and there is this nice option here in the Chessconnect options, play sound when boards match. I usually play with this turned on, because then whenever I have a problem, I simply lift one piece up, put it back down, and when I hear this sound, this ping, I know, okay, these positions match. This is not the cause of the problem. There might be something else. So, and if you frequently have trouble with your moves not being registered, then you should check the surroundings of your board. Some of these electronic chessboards are quite sensitive towards electromagnetic interference caused by electric devices like smartphones, computers, you name it, sometimes even metal. So try to change the location of your board, go to a room with less electronic devices, less metal, and see if this improves your situation. If it does, you know the cause of your problem. If your problem still persists, then probably it's time to check the chess.com forum and contact me or some of the other guys over there and ask for help. Now, if you watch the video till here and you still have problems with your board, the next thing you can do is turn on the debug messages in the Chessconnect options. This is here, and it says only check if things don't work. This means if things work, do not check this box. You will receive messages that are just annoying and don't do any good. So this is only to be checked in the problem scenario. So once this is checked, you will receive, or you might receive, some message boxes with error messages, and these might help you identify the problem. If not, go to the next step. If debug messages didn't help either, you should go to this thread in the chess.com forum. I monitor this thread very closely, and there's a lot of people there who can help you or who had problems on their own, and you can find the solution in this thread, which by time of recording this video has roughly about 1,000 entries, still growing. And you can post your problems there, and chances are somebody will answer. Chances are too, I might be asking you to send me a console log. And this is a little bit tricky to do, but usually helps a great deal. So how do you create a console log if I ask you to do so? So you go to the Chessconnect options and make sure debug messages are checked. And then you play a game or connect your board or whatever it is that does not work. And once you've done this, let's play a little game. So we have some entries in the console log. Then you go to context menu of Chrome and inspect, or whatever it is in your language. And then you get the debug tools, and there's a point console. And here there's a whole bunch of logging messages that are helpful to me. So right click here, save as, and save this into whatever file you like. And then you email me this file, and that'll help me identify your problem. There you have it. I hope I covered all of your problems in this little video. If I didn't, then probably you should go to the chess.com forum and post your problems there. Please make sure to provide all the necessary details, like what operating system are you on, what chessboard are you using USB, or are you using Bluetooth, are you using Bluetooth LE or Bluetooth Classic, and probably attach an image or short video of your problems, and then I or some of the guys over there in the forum might be able to help. That's it for today. Thanks and good games.